Wendy with a notebook, Wendy with a pen, digging through the dark where the secrets been. Questions fly like bullets, truth cuts deep in the shadows where nightmares creep. Watch them break it down, unveil the lies, under lurid skies where the danger hides. The fire in their veins and the trust in their eyes. Randy and Wendy taking you for a ride. Clues left scattered like whispers in the wind. Every page they turn closer to the end. No stone unturned, no mystery safe. Through the chaos they pave the way. Watch them break it down, unveil the lies, under lurid skies where the danger hides. The fire in their veins and distrust in their eyes. Randy and Wendy taking you for a ride. Clues left scattered like whispers in the wind. Every page they turn closer to the end. No stone unturned, no mystery safe. Through the chaos they pave the way. Watch them break it down, unveil the lies, under lurid skies where the danger hides. The fire in their veins and distrust in their eyes. Randy and Wendy taking you for a ride. Late nights burn bright under the moon. Answers buried deep, they'll find them soon. Guts and glory on a Docket stage. Randy and Wendy script the final page.
Hello.
Outside. Outside.
Hello. I think Wendy forgot to mute y'all. Hey, Dale, Pammy B, Lisa L, Stadius. Hey, man. Good to see y'all. Hey, Alan.
Wake up here, Doc. Don't make a big deal.
Hey, Wendell. I promise you was just here.
Very, very.
Hey,
very-
Nana Patty. Good to see you.
Hang on, I'll be right there.
Okay. I'm tired. How about y'all? Y'all should hear this wind. It's crazy. It's going to be a miracle if I can even stream through this. Hey, Harley girl. Good to see you. Good to see all y'all. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it very, very much. I know that this trial is getting off to a very, very, very slow start. And they're thinking today that someone said, "Hey, Shamat, been working but listening. You liking it?" Well, never mind. We'll talk about it later. Did you watch that documentary I sent you about Latiti? Oh man. Day to day, all good. So what did y'all think about today? Did y'all watch the trial over at Wendy's? I know that it's not. I know it's like I said, it's kind of draggy. But it seems so interesting on the outside looking. Hey, Olivia, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Stupid work has been too busy. Well, it's a pretty good trial, except for, it's just like I said, but well, I'm not even finishing my thoughts or my sentences. it's like it didn't get enough attention. That's what I think. I think it absolutely did not get enough news attention. And one of the local reporters here told me today the reason it didn't is because there was a double murder right after it. But I haven't even heard of that, so I don't know. And he thinks I might come back for that. I don't know if I'll come back. I guess it would depend. It's this weather it's something. I think it's going to be up in the 40s tomorrow, so that's good because I think we're in the 20s right now. It's pretty cold. Anyway, well, we'll start off with the first one that took the stand was Lieutenant Thomas Leonard. And what I wrote because of he had the footage on there, the body cam footage. What I wrote was, "Oh man, yeah, it snowed all day, but it didn't really stick. It just because it was raining, so it just kind of went away with the rain, but it snowed a lot. It was pretty so they start doing the body cam footage and he was so drunk. I'm sure he was rattled from hitting that pole, but man, was he drunk. I wrote it down like, golly, he's so drunk. Hey, Knitting. Thank you for being here. Present and accounted for. And they're like, where did you leave from? I don't know. Where are you going? I don't know. What's that knife doing down there at your feet? I don't know. And he didn't even know why his side was hurting. But, well, now we know he had a laceration. But honestly, it's like I can write stuff down when the prosecution is questioning people, but visions of violence. Well, today it was visions of beating her with a bat. That's what he said. And then they showed the knife, then they showed the bat. It was weird. The bat, where I was sitting at that time, I think I done broken my brain with online views. Think I done broken my brain with online views. What was once genuinely caring and concern has been learned is hilariously seen by more than a few running around silly. Don't know. Sheesh. I'm confused.
Okay. Sorry. I had to take care of Asher and she's still out. So I'm going to have to go again in a second, but I'll be here for right now.
Okay. Well, I was just talking about the body cam footage, and then they showed the knife and the bat. The bat, at that time, I was still sitting in the back. This is before I made friends with the local news station and got up front.
Nice. Good.
Yes. But
hey, Nana Patty. Good to see you, honey.
The bat it had red on it, but I don't think that was blood. I think that was just part of the bat from what I could see.
Yeah.
So that was freaky, but
yeah.
They didn't hold it up, they just already hit send on that. So sorry.
Hey, Knitting.
So let's see. Then the second one, Jacob Turner, another deputy sheriff. He was also at Christopher's accident. And they said, what did you notice? And he said he was barefoot with blood on his left foot.
Yeah. Not his blood, though. Like every other drunk driver I've ever known. The only person to not get any injuries is the driver.
Right.
Well, and the whole front of his car, thank God he hit a pole, not a person. Bless him.
Right. Thank you.
Because that really, the whole front end of his car was done in. He would have killed another person. Drunk drivers piss me off. I'm sorry. I get very enraged about them. They're just They make me sick.
He was float driving though. I mean, how was he even driving? I mean, like,
Well, and that's what I was saying. Like when he was in the hospital talking about, I don't know where I was going. I don't know what my name is. I don't know. I don't know what apartment I live in or whatever. You know, like he was. And I was, part of me was like, I bet he's being serious right there. Like you probably don't know who the hell he is right now.
That's what we were saying before. Thank you. Because they're like I really don't think he remembered or knew anything up until that cop said you could lose your license, and it wasn't even that long. What was it, 60 days?
I honestly don't remember.
And I'm just
like, well, he'll be in jail for the rest of his life, so he'll be fine. We'll be safe. But
yeah, that's true. That's true.
What was I going to say though?
But if you remember, the cop said, "How much have you had to drink tonight?" And he said, "Too much."
Yeah, he was. But then, so what's interesting to me though is when he started talking about, these visions that he was getting, or that he was seeing flashes in his head or whatever. And I wonder if part of him in that moment really wondered if they were real or not. Like I want, he was so drunk.
Yeah.
Not that it changes a damn thing. It doesn't changes nothing. But it would be interesting to know if I could ever believe a word this man says, which I probably wouldn't. Like if he really wondered, like I wonder if part of him was like, God, please God, let that be a horrible dream and not real.
Yeah, and then I bet he thought, damn, why did I say that out loud? But I don't know. He said, because right after when he started saying he didn't want to take the test, he said, I'm not really drunk. And then it went to the tape ended. So then it goes to the next, or that footage ended. It went to the next footage. Mm-hmm. I was like, really? I want to hear him deny being drunk.
Right. No, you're not drunk. You're whatever's worse, whatever's past drunk. That's what you are.
Everything's different in Iowa. I'll say that, Nitty, for sure. Even the taste of the water. Anyway,
you're not loving Iowa.
I don't love it here. I'll say that. I hope that they chew along with this case.
Did you
I think so too, Pammy.
Pammy was in my chat this morning saying exactly that she was like, nah, he knows. And I mean, we'll never know the truth, obviously. We just have our guesses, our speculations. Yeah. But I mean, I could see it that way too. I could see, he totally knew. He was just being but this cast of characters is what I keep getting distracted by. I didn't even realize that he was the defendant until today. All day yesterday, I thought he was part of the defense team.
The man bun?
Yeah, the man bun. I had no idea because he doesn't look anything like the picture.
No, he doesn't. They do have him cleaned up and dressed well. You're right.
So I thought he was a staff person. He was part of the defense team. I did not realize at all. And I kept thinking, why do they have the camera on this guy? Like he's doing nothing. Why do they keep having the camera on him? He's the freaking defendant. Had no idea. Oh my God. Wow. True crime experts, ladies and gentlemen, right here.
He-Man, did something happen, He-Man?
Yeah, are you okay, He-Man? Did something happen? Tell us what happened. I don't understand your previous message, really. So I was hoping you were gonna maybe explain.
Yeah, we've been waiting on you to elaborate.
Yeah.
Nitty.
But, I hope you're okay. I mean, whatever you need, I think that, just looking back at your comment, I think we have a very genuinely caring and concern for our people. And I think our people have a very genuine care and concern for each other. So I hope you're not talking about anybody here if you feel that way. But if you're being treated poorly somewhere else, let us know. We'll tear into them for you.
Yeah, I mean, please let us know what's going on.
Please. Yeah, please do. Because, I think we have my opinion is we have probably the most genuine and caring group of people that I've known in the whole time I've been here.
Yeah, we do have a great group of people.
They're just good people, good hearts, sweet people, genuinely care for each other. I appreciate that a lot. In a very toxic community, I like being yes, thank you, He-Man. I knew you wouldn't be talking about us because you're very loved here. I'm sorry whatever you're experiencing somewhere else.
All right. I gifted memberships. And hi, Mr. Sunshine, Blue Ladybug, Olivia Fig Newton, Cheyenne, welcome back. Paisley, welcome. 1, 2, 3. Have you remembered your
No, I'll do it tomorrow.
I forgot mine last month, my last 5. I missed them.
I think I might have too, actually. I made a new emoji. I made the defendant or the defense
Thank
person.
you. Yeah, I saw that.
Did you see it? With her full mask and her glasses. I called her the ninja. She's a ninja.
She's something. I'm a little excited for the defense. I'll tell you how to do it, Nana Patty. You go over and you hit the money sign and it pops up where it says membership gifting. Hit the money sign, it'll say membership gifting, and you'll see it.
Here, pull it in so people can see it. There it is. And I think she's scratching her armpit. I didn't realize that she was doing that. But I think that's what she's doing. She's scratching under her arm. But you guys can't see it because the banner's up. But yeah. That's our defense ninja.
They can see it.
No, the banner's up, so I don't know if they can.
Yeah, they can.
The thumbs up. The thumbs up, please, is blocking it. No?
No. But
Okay,
I'll
good.
move it.
No, you don't have to. I don't care. Leave it up. No, leave it up.
There we go.
Okay. So there she is. Hold on a second. I'll be right back.
Okay. Sandy Law. Good to see you. Yep, that's the new. I mean, I don't know why she would. I thought she was trying to hide her identity. And maybe she is. I wouldn't blame her if she is. But I think it's too late because I don't think this is a big place around here. And did she sniff her fingers? No, she can't. She can't sniff anything. She can't even see. She just chills. The sunglasses and mask. It's a definite look. Yeah, for sure. She even removed the glasses for a minute today. Did she? I didn't see that. Yes, that's a real picture from today. Well, if she took the glasses off, then maybe, I don't know. She had her mask and glasses off for opening statement. I'll have to rewatch. I want to rewatch it. I re-listened because I couldn't believe the stuff that was spewing. Hey, Mayor's daughter, good to see you. So so on the third tape of the second witness, he's starting to try to call Taylor. They've already been to her or his apartment where she lives. They've already been there. They have, she didn't answer the door, obviously, but they had to know. I wonder how they knew. They couldn't have gotten an address from him. I don't think they got it off his driver's license. I think they just knew him. Did they say, Wendy? So then he said in the fourth clip, he wanted to talk because he said, hey, when y'all found me, was I covered in blood? So he's wondering if he was covered in blood. What is he? I don't know. I think that he could have possibly been faking. I think it all could have been coming back to him like, oh, this happened. This is what happened. I don't know. Then he said they weren't even having a fight, but I have visions of beating her with a bat. And then her mom ran out of the courtroom. So that was pretty sad. Y'all hear that wind? I don't know if y'all can hear it or not. And then they went back to the apartment and spoke to Dylan Carr. Maybe they spoke to him the first time they went. I don't know. Cross. Oh, I wish Wendy was here for this. When she said, "Do DUI kits expire?" And I wrote, "Oh my." He said, what did he say? He said, "Yeah." And she said, "Did you check to see if it was expired?" Well, he didn't do a DUI kit on. Hey, Lacey.
Hey, Lacey, I'm back. I'm sorry.
That's
I got
okay.
things popping off over here, so I
Okay.
might have to leave again in a second, but I'll be back.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, the thing with the DUI kit expiring was they didn't even use the DUI kit on him. He hit a pole.
Well, I mean, what an odd thing to be wondering about whether it's expired or not. Like, do you think he's really going to get off? You know, like
Yes.
she.
Yes.
I don't understand their strategy. I don't understand the entire defense strategy. It makes no
Look,
sense to me.
I don't.
Turn up,
This is what I put.
I got nothing.
I said she is gonna try to say he was defending himself because she had zero real questions.
I know. I'm waiting for her to go up and ask if anyone likes Tina Turner. She's like, and how do you feel about Tina Turner? Do you like connect the dots? Do you like connect the dots?
Did you think that Tina Turner was her real name? Because
All right,
guess
I'll be
what? I'll just
okay, I'm here.
Yeah,
no, she's I don't understand her strategy. I don't think she has a strategy. I think much like other defendants that we have been watching lately, their attorney doesn't know what the hell to do with them. This whole, the intention. I don't care what his intention was. He killed her. I don't care if he didn't mean to. It doesn't matter.
Well, I wrote down,
What difference could it possibly make what his intention was?
Mr. Behal states he's scared and crying. I guess maybe he said that in the hospital.
I didn't see any crying.
I didn't see him crying either. Well, I think he was crying. I think that when he was talking about visions of a bat, I think he started crying a little bit.
Yeah, more like, oh shit, crying, I'm sure.
Yeah. And I wrote, I said, could he be, is he being honest? What I meant, like, he just seemed so flashing back, like, it was so weird.
No, I felt the same way. I said the same thing, that I felt like he was probably in that moment. He probably didn't know what was real and what wasn't real, but none of that matters. Like whether he did or he didn't, doesn't matter.
Right.
You killed a woman.
Right. Pammy B, I agree with that. She sounded like she was defending the DUI, not a murder. I agree with that.
Yeah, none of us are impressed with the defense attorney at all.
No. So then we had Paul Tucker, the paramedic that went up.
Yeah.
And he said puncture, laceration. He didn't want to keep it at a puncture because puncture would say that he was stabbed. And even though he was bleeding, I don't know. He got stitches. So.
Okay. So wait, here's the thing. Going back, let's take one step back because I forgot what I was going to say earlier about the self-defense versus put her out of her misery, because those are the only two things that I have heard so far that kind of fall under intent. Either he was defending himself or his intent was to put her out of her misery. Otherwise, I don't know what the defense is thinking as far as what the intent would be.
Because his first story
but he changed that story.
But I think they're going back to it. I think I could be wrong.
She didn't say any of that in her opening, but
she
then
hadn't said no. But what did she say?
Tina Turner connect the dots, intent.
And that there's something wrong with her niece because she doesn't connect the dots correctly. That is not
I think your niece might need a little bit of an assessment, but whatever. We can get to that later. But the problem is she kept talking about intent. So she's got something in her mind.
Yeah.
That there's some intent that we're going to hear about. So far, nobody has said anything about self-defense. He said that originally, but then turned around and said something different. So I don't know if they're bringing that back or not. The only other intent thing that I heard about was to put her out of her misery. That's something he has said.
Now, we haven't heard him say it.
No, we just heard them say it when they're I've heard them say it when they're talking about this case, which, to be fair, we've not heard a whole lot about this case.
That's true. There's
really not. There's little snippets here and there.
Pammy B, I think they thought that in the beginning because he hit something head on and he had that wound and the knife was in the car. They didn't know that he had a whole dead girlfriend back at his apartment.
Right.
So they really
did so nice to him too. They were being so kind for a drunk ass driver who could have killed somebody and himself. Well, who did kill somebody, but who could have killed somebody with his car, with his 6,000-pound missile or whatever. I don't know if that's what cars weigh or not. I could be wrong. Whatever. Regardless, they were being so kind to him. Come on, sir. We're just going to get you cleaned up. We're going to get you taken over to the hospital, get you all buttoned up. Like, they were being so kind to him. And then slowly it starts turning into a fucking horror movie is what it turns into.
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
And this also said this Paul Tucker guy had to leave the hospital. He's checking on the victim. Well, no, not the victim. The wreck guy.
Yeah.
The stab wound. And he gets called for and he said the number and that was for a deceased person. He goes there. And what is that with the defense attorney saying? Did you have to hook her up from the back? Like, what?
What does that even mean?
Because she stabbed so many times in the front.
What do you mean hook her up?
He said that he hooked her up to this machine to see if she had a pulse.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Why is this defense attorney so weird?
I don't know, but she is weird. You're weird.
I know. Oh my gosh.
If you're watching, you need to change your strategy. I doubt you're watching.
I don't even know. I would love to know how long you've been an attorney. Did you just get out of law school? Is this your first case? Like, I don't understand.
And I didn't even write that down. I just remembered it because I'll write cross and then I'll have nothing written down because she says hardly anything that's noteworthy.
Nothing. Yeah, no. Her cross examinations are weird.
Yeah, he put the leads on for the heartbeat, and she didn't know what they were. She was picturing those things that stick everywhere, like on when you're having what is that called? I don't know.
Like the little sticky pads or whatever.
Yeah, I hate those things. I hate peeling them off.
I mean, how sad. And her mother was there, right?
Yes, her mom, I think some aunts, I don't know about sisters, her dad, stepdad, all of them are there. It's stepmom. The lack of
tell us about his family, because you said his family's there too, and they're acting some type of way.
Yes, and I ended up sitting behind them, and they were more concerned with it because the layout. They showed the layout of his apartment. That don't look right. That don't look right. You know what didn't look right? That dead body in his living room. That didn't look right.
What do you mean don't look right? What did they think it needed to look like?
I guess hi Tom. Thanks. Everybody say hi to Tom. We met
today.
Tom. Well, I guess they thought that it was more important that they had the bedroom and the bathroom in the right place rather than
the fact that he killed this woman.
Yeah, and she's in the living room. Yeah. So then James Raby gets on stand, and he's the one that first went and just knocked on the door, didn't kick it in or anything. And so then he's sent back to go get the knife and keys, and he couldn't get the keys. Let's see. So they never did say how they got inside, did they?
He said he tried the door and it was unlocked.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You're right.
Yeah. because he knocked and knocked and knocked on the door, and no one answered, and so he tried the door and it was open.
But so then he goes back to the hospital and took pictures of his injuries. And so what his left hip, it had blood. I think that's where he was stabbed. Right hand had blood. I don't think that was his. Didn't he have some cuts on his fingers? And we all know when you stab somebody, you get cut.
Yeah.
They didn't mention that yet. Another pic of the stab wound. Dry blood on his right foot where he was walking in all that blood.
Wow.
Blood on his big toe. And then they showed his nasty clothes that had blood spatter.
Ugh.
Yeah. Hey, chicken has arisen. Good to see you.
Hey,
Doing
yeah,
good.
chicken. Been a minute. How you doing? I'm very interested to know what this intent thing is. Like, I feel like the defense at some point is going to have to pull this out of, pull her rabbit out of her hat and tell us what the hell she's talking about with this whole intent thing.
Well, here we go again. She gets up there and asks this guy about the DUI kit.
Right. Yeah,
And she
because,
said, was
so
it expired?
so if it was expired, are you really going to try and sit there and tell us that he wasn't drunk, ma'am?
Even though they didn't use it?
They didn't use it?
No.
Why did he get it?
What even is a DUI kit? They said he couldn't blow. He wasn't able to blow. The only thing they did was have him follow the finger while he was laying flat on his back.
Well, then when he said, I went and got the DUI kit, what was he talking about?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe, then maybe he got it. But I don't see how he could have done anything with him. The guy was so blasted out of his mind. Plus, he had just hit a pole.
Maybe it was like a blood draw or something.
But he wouldn't let him draw the blood.
He said no to that?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah, he wouldn't let him draw blood. He wouldn't let him do anything.
Okay. And that's
Remember
how he
he
went to that.
refused it.
Yeah, so he refused that. Okay. Yeah.
But, something was, she said expired. The cop said it wasn't. So
yeah, he said it wasn't expired.
I don't know if you've heard, but G Mango, we did hear that.
Yes, we did.
Hate to hear that. So then they go back and they couldn't find the knife at first because it was put in the back seat. I couldn't see the knife from where I was sitting at the time. Was it a pocket knife? What kind of knife?
Yeah, I don't know.
And why would they throw it?
I don't even remember seeing the knife. Did they show the knife?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But they didn't take it out of the box. So
we didn't get to see it.
Oh, maybe not. I don't know.
Okay.
They showed it to the jury, but it was still in the box.
Okay.
It's an automatic DUI if they refuse everything. I did know that.
Yeah, that I knew. And he was like, he was okay with that, I think he said.
Yeah, Behal declined the blood test. Yes. And then his laceration was 2 to 4 inches.
I'm sorry, what? What did you just say?
His laceration was 2 to 4 inches. I wrote that down.
Why in the world would somebody ask that?
Because he had to get stitches and they wanted people to feel bad for him. I don't know. Because he accidentally stabbed himself while he was killing his girlfriend, probably.
2 to 4 inches? How in the world? How would he even know that?
And one was 1.5 inches. There was 2 lacerations.
Well, okay, I'm sorry. Did you say lacerations?
Yes. What did you think I said?
Last erection. That's what
I do.
I'm like, why would they even ask that? I thought you... Last section. And then you said the one before that was 1.5 or something.
I couldn't understand why you were saying that, but I was going with it. I was
I'm like, that's so sad. Why would you ask him?
chicken.
Poor man's having a bad time.
Oh my gosh.
Now you got to embarrass him too? Oh, that's funny. Gosh, that's funny. Last erection. Okay, no. Laceration. Gotcha.
Laceration.
Gotcha.
I
That's very
Sorry about
different.
this accent of mine. I'm doing
Sorry. That is hilarious. I'm so sorry. Laceration. Gotcha. Yeah, that's very different. Very different than what I thought you said.
I'd say Tom just hit unsub.
Sorry about that, Tom.
So then we have Matt Lemon,
Yep.
IT supervisor, security camera footage. I think it's going to be I think it's going to be the wreck. And that was a big boom, light went out. Bye.
Why? What happened?
Well, all it was basically was he got up there and when he hit the light pole, this is a wild podcast. I'm sticking with you. Thank you.
I can't believe that's what I really thought that's what you said too. Like really for real. And I'm all sad for the guy. I'm like, that's so sad. How embarrassing.
But they announced that in court. Yeah, that was the shortest testimony ever because he got up there. Boy, that went together, didn't it? But so they get him up there and they show this footage, and of course, they're like, when he hit the electric pole, the light went out, and that is when the defense spoke up and said, "Speculation."
Oh my God.
I was like,
I think his judge is falling asleep too, don't you?
yeah.
Yeah, I think he's falling asleep. Did we already talk about how I think it was yesterday when she said, which one of these are you sustaining? And he didn't know because he wasn't paying attention. So he said both of them.
Yeah, I think that was today, actually.
Was that today?
I think so.
Oh,
So then Landon Slagle got up there. He's a deputy.
Yep.
And I wrote down the address of where this happened because at that time I wasn't sleepy. And now I'm sleepy and cold. So I'm like, probably not. So he's the one that found Taylor's body, him and his partner.
Yeah.
And of course, the bad thing was they did show, I think, that body cam right then. Maybe not. I'd have to look some more. But they didn't really show anything, but they had to step over. So I'm really confused about the placement of how he got out of the house because they had to push the door open unless he went out.
Yeah, is there a back door or something?
They haven't said, but he must have had to went out a back door.
Yeah.
Because
yeah, because she was right there in the doorway, they said.
Yeah.
Yes, that's weird.
Well, I mean, it showed it. He had to open the door and kind of push her a little bit.
Yeah.
So
were her parents gone for that part, I hope?
The dad stayed. The mom wasn't in there for that. I think she left for that.
Yeah.
He walked in, found Taylor, then he checked the property. Cross-exam, I wrote, she asked about an empty bottle of vodka. That's it. That's all I wrote. Like,
I don't understand. I don't understand her strategy.
Basically, because he didn't take the empty bottle with him, so it's all on Taylor. She drank herself to death, and then he stabbed her.
Right. I don't care if she was drunk. Don't care.
No, that's not. You don't pay for that with your life. Come on.
No, not at all. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care if she was drunk. That's not a good enough reason to kill her.
Then we had Alex Grease.
Yes.
The shorts had blood on them, and I love. This is what I love: blood transfer.
Yes.
I know knitting. I gotta fix that. I gotta fix Nightbot saying to order keychains or magnets. Bloop.
I know. Yes, you do. You need to fix that.
I always forget. Because when they can look, because one looked like a thumbprint. It looked just like a thumbprint. I was doing this on my notebook.
Yeah.
And where he wiped his hand.
Ugh, so
some of
gross.
it was his blood. Let's see, what else did I write? Oh, spatter on the shorts. Yes, there
Ugh.
was. Left leg transfer swiping also looks like a thumbprint there. That's what I wrote. And the shirt, of course, it had spatter. And they swabbed the clothes, which they haven't got. The forensic guy hasn't come up there yet to talk about what they found on those swabs. But today they entered them into evidence, as y'all saw, I guess.
Mhm. Yeah.
So, and swabs from the floor mat. That's going to be an interesting find when it's not his blood. It's her blood on his foot where the knife was.
And that's because he brought it outside with him, right? Obviously.
The knife, yeah.
No,
Yeah,
on his feet.
Yeah, because there was so much blood, he had to walk in it. He had to,
Yeah.
or
So
it splattered
gross.
up all over him.
Oh, that's horrible.
Because then, they, because they found the vodka bottle. They were in the bedroom, vodka bottle in the bedroom, some blood transfer on the bed. This went all over that apartment.
Wow. I wonder how long.
Exactly. That's what I kept thinking this was absolutely torture.
Yeah. This
Getting
was not a quick death.
no, getting stabbed with a Phillips head screwdriver. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Talk to me more about the intent of that. I want to hear more about that. Like, what the frick? I don't even know what she's talking about.
Give us dirty looks and feel sorry for him, please.
Ugh.
A cell phone on the bed, cut with blood all over it.
Wow.
And we know now she had used that. I guess that was her phone. They never come out and said it. Yeah, it was
Was
all
she
out
trying to
battle.
call? Was she trying to call somebody? I bet.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. Hey, Nanya. I don't know if she was trying to call somebody or if, but we know earlier that night she had talked to that one friend and
Yes.
said, if I don't make it,
If I die, it's Chris.
I die, it's Chris.
Yep.
And then she wanted the other guy to come pick her up. I'd have to look his name up, but and he couldn't because he was drunk. But that cell phone had blood all over it. But I will have y'all know I did draw pants.
Look at you. Look at all your notes.
Shirts. Oh, I got a lot of notes. Caution tape, tape measure.
For those lacerations.
Yeah.
Got to get those measured.
And they swabbed the cell, and that'll be interesting because I wish they could do fingerprints on the cell to see if he jerked it from her. Got it? What kind of screwdriver, flat or Phillips, Jim?
Jeez.
We'll hear more tomorrow, but it looks like he took her a while to die. Gruesome. Exactly. Yes. I don't know if y'all saw. Did it let y'all see the pools of blood and stuff?
I fell asleep a tiny bit. I'm so sorry. So I will have to ask the audience. They'll have the
people in chat that didn't fall asleep.
I fell asleep. I'm sorry. It was so dry, girl. It was dry.
I know.
It was dry. I was thirsty.
The pools that there was. I'm watching. Bless whoever she texted. What haunting? Yes.
That's what I couldn't
say
when we talked about that yesterday. The guy, like, can you imagine being that friend and then knowing that was the last message that she sent to you to come get her and you couldn't or whatever, and then she died. Like, for the rest of his life, he's going to remember that
forever. Denise said they didn't show it. No, they didn't show it.
Yeah. See, I feel like that is the case, that they're not showing us all the things that you guys are seeing. And that happens sometimes on these court channels, but we're not watching it through Law and Crime. We're watching it through their local network because we can't hear shit with Law and Crime. We can't hear anything.
Hey, Carrie Service, thank you for being here. No photos. Well, listen, y'all, there is. All right, so I got it wrote down. They swabbed the cell phone. All right, in the bathroom, there was hair, and in the spare bedroom, there was mostly just clothes and totes, but multiple blood stains and patterns, pools of blood on the floor and wall, and that was in the hallway. In the hallway, there was blood, pooled blood, splatters, and then it was all the way up the wall.
Wow.
Yeah. And then it goes all around in the. I wish they would show that too, Carrie, so y'all could see what this woman suffered.
Yeah.
I think that it would help bring more attention to this case. This guy didn't just I'll tell you what he didn't do. He didn't put her out of her misery.
Right? That's why I'm dying to know this intent that this defense is going to pull out of her butt. I want to know, what is this intent?
But here is what
happy. I'm proud of this guy, like he's some kind of hero for putting her out of her misery, because that is not what happened.
You seen the walls and the light switch. Well, it's going down there. Then you go into the kitchen. But here's what I don't understand is, there's blood trails from there. So what, she had to be getting up and running. It wasn't dragged. She wasn't dragged.
Well, I would imagine that she probably, for a minute at least, could get up
But
and
these
run.
big pools of blood where stuff's happening. And then
Also, she's trying to run for her life.
yes. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit upset about that.
Yeah, that's really hard.
Then they get in the kitchen. There's screwdriver on the floor. Of course, there's pools of blood. And there's screwdrivers all over the counter.
Jesus. So
I
what,
don't
he's like
understand. I
stopping
guess
for which one he wanted to use? Was he changing it up?
I don't know if he just got out a whole toolkit or a whole thing of screwdrivers and threw them down. But there was dried blood on a screwdriver that was on the dishwasher.
Wow.
Which
And
I'm sure.
we're never going to know why, right? Like what his motive was and all this.
No.
We're never going to know why, because he's never going to tell anybody. We don't.
And then the knife, what is that called? A sheath?
A sheath?
A sheath?
Yeah, I think so. Like where you can put a knife in?
Yeah.
It was in
the cabinet.
Okay. In a sheath in the cabinet?
She was moving through the apartment from the bedroom, finally ending by the door. Yeah.
Yeah. Like probably trying to get out, trying to run for her life. I mean, the neighbors said they heard knocking and banging and,
Yep, Nana L.
This wasn't a slow, quiet death.
It's just hard. It's hard to follow when we don't see what you do. Right.
That is hard. That is
exactly He-Man.
We're not seeing the same things that you guys are seeing, which is why Randy's in the courtroom, so she can tell us, because we're not seeing it.
And there was the part of me today that I panicked a little when he warned the family about the pictures that were about to be shown.
Same. I wasn't sure what we were going to see.
And I was like, I thought, it is snowing. Get up and go home. Or back to the.
Did you drive home in the snow too?
No, it wasn't. No, I don't think it was snowing then. But I stayed. I thought I can do this. But we didn't see anything today. All we saw was the blood spatter, and the pooling. We didn't see any.
I just remember seeing various items of clothing with different, bits and pieces of blood on it.
Carrie, he hasn't so far. Whatever he's claiming is a mystery.
Yeah, we don't know yet. He once, in the beginning, he was claiming self-defense. Then supposedly he changed that, or that wasn't working, or I don't know. But now maybe he's using it again. We don't know. The defense attorney, with her opening statement, which we should watch that again because it was fantastic. The defense attorney keeps talking about intent.
So
it's up to the prosecution.
Shannon.
It's up to the prosecution to prove intent. Which really, honestly, I don't know that it is. I think they need to prove that the girl was murdered. Okay, done.
Well, I'm kind of thinking the intent was to kill her.
I mean, right? I think it's pretty clear what the intent was, but okay.
I don't think it was to make her be, healthier or a better person.
No, I think it was very clearly to kill her.
Because it started off with a bat and then ended with a screwdriver.
Yeah.
Or possibly a knife.
Outrageous.
Tomorrow will be rough. Tomorrow will be rough. It will
Is it
be.
going to show more things tomorrow? We're going to see more pictures?
Yeah. Yeah, and it's starting off.
Yeah. So the guy that was on the stand at the end today, he's going to continue tomorrow?
Yes.
Because, I didn't think he was done.
No. And hey, Lori D, good to see you. He hasn't even been cross-examined yet, what is she going to ask?
I can't even wait. I can't even wait to know. It's going to be great. Whatever it is. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be great. Do you want to watch her the opening or her opening statement again?
I think we should definitely go listen to the I'd like to hear about Tina Turner again. You got the link?
Oh yeah, I have it on my I have it. Let me grab it.
Nana L, they didn't say whether or not he switched screwdrivers, but I guess we'll find out tomorrow.
I have the state's opening statement too. If you want to watch them in order.
Nah, let's just go for the defense.
Okay, just for the defense. Okay, that's what I got. This is good. All right, here it is. Tell me
you're good. You're good.
So good, guys.
All right, y'all. Here we go.
Listen to this. We're gonna see some fancy footwork. Okay, right here.
She knocked this one out of the park. That's what I'm talking about.
Sure.
Please the court. Opposing counsel.
I don't know, Nanya.
She did that like she was in high school giving a speech. May it please the court, and then she looks over at counsel. Opposing counsel. Look at her. That was great. Watch this.
Practiced. I can't believe that tells you she practiced the Tina Turner defense.
For sure. For sure.
May it please the court.
Look at her.
Opposing counsel.
I wonder how many times they started laughing.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury.
Ladies and who?
The world judges us by our actions.
Yep.
And not always are our intentions known. You will hear a lot about actions, and you just heard a lot from the state about particular evidence they found, particular actions.
Thank you, Perplex #1 fan. I appreciate that
so
much.
But what about
intention?
intention?
The super chat.
The law requires not only actions, but intentions as well. I went to a musical just recently here in Davenport called Tina Turner's Musical. And in that musical, I became very excited about reading her book. Her book is very interesting if you're ever interested in reading a book about Tina Turner. The interesting thing that connects this particular book to the idea of intention is that in her book, she describes a moment in her life when her mother passed away. And her mother and her had had some difficulties throughout their lives and so forth. As we all know, Tina Turner was very, very popular, very overwhelmingly popular in the public eye. Tabloids were writing about her. Media was on top of her quite a bit. Her mother died.
You know what else matches Tina Turner to this case? She also was in an abusive relationship and beat up by a bad fucker. That also, isn't that interesting? That's also very relevant.
I thought, I did, listen, I have to say, I thought you've kindly used a bad example here, man, but carry on.
Right. Like Tina Turner is one of her part of her biggest story is that she escaped her abuser.
That's
Something
why she wrote, "What's love got to do with it?"
Something this poor young lady sadly didn't get a chance to do.
Which I think that's the name of her freaking book that you said you read.
But good job bringing her up. That's great.
Yeah.
So the whole jury can keep in mind that Tina Turner was able to get away from her abuser while this poor girl was not.
And that you
that can
defended.
only go well for you.
Yeah, it is very flat, Shannon.
Her mother died, and she didn't appear at the funeral. Now, the tabloids and the media had a heyday with that. How could this self-centered, egocentric star fail to come to her mother's funeral? Intent, right? In
What?
her book, she talks about what happened. That if you know anything about Tina Turner, that wasn't her real name. Her name was Anna Marie Bullock. She wanted her mom to have her funeral, not the star Tina Turner's, opening to a show, coming in and taking over her mother's funeral. She wanted her mother to have a proper funeral with her family and her friends and be able to bereave the passing of her mother.
It's
And
kind
she
of
and
like
her sister in a private.
they went to the local Kmart and said, "Who wants to be an attorney for a case coming up?"
Absolutely. Yes, I said that too. She's, wish.com, Temu lawyer. I've said all of those things as well. Yes. And honestly, that defendant's face really does say it all.
Yeah.
He has the, oh my God, she's talking about Tina Turner face. That's what he's got on his, like, how did I draw the short straw? What happened? Because I'm assuming this is a public defender. Like, he's not paying money for this, right?
I hope he is. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that very much. I don't see He-Man in here right now, Shane. I don't know. But she didn't get her name right. She didn't even get her name right. Are you kidding me?
Is that not her real name?
What'd she say it was?
I think Anna May. Was it Oda May? Isn't her name like, no, that's from Ghost. Never mind.
I was gonna say that's from.
What's her real name?
I'm Googling it now.
Okay.
What was Tina Turner's real name? Anna. She did. It's Anna. It was Anna Mae Bullock. And what'd she say?
She said Anna May Bullock.
Is that what she said?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you again, Thomas. Finally figured out how to do this. Thank you. She said Anna Marie.
Oh, did she say Anna Marie? Well, let me rewind it.
Yeah, let's hear.
Centered, egocentric star fail to come to her mother's funeral. Intent, right? In her book.
Love that. Intent, right? Y'all with me? Y'all with me, right?
And they're all like, "No, ma'am, we're not with you.
We're not with you, ma'am. This is a mess." Intent, right? She said, right?
Book, she talks about what happened.
And now, spoiler alert, so you don't have to read the book.
That if you know anything about Tina Turner, that wasn't her real name. Her name was Anna Marie Bullock.
Anna Marie.
She did say the wrong name.
Oh, bless it.
You don't know anything about Tina Turner.
Now I'm feeling sorry for her, you guys.
I don't.
I'm feeling really sorry for her.
I don't. I hope we're in the bathroom again tomorrow together. You know what?
Did you tell them? Did you tell them what you told me about that? I don't think we were live when you said it. You need to tell them.
No, I don't think I should.
Okay,
No,
never
I
mind.
can't tell that. I can't tell it.
Okay.
But no, she didn't talk about the case. She can't even defend herself, right?
Anna Marie.
Anna Marie.
Bless her. Now I'm sad for her. She makes me
No, I
sad.
didn't. Holden, I did not pay with her because, like me, she sat there and held it, waiting for somebody to go first. So finally, I went.
It was a standoff.
It was a standoff.
He was in there having a whole standoff with this attorney. And apparently Randy lost.
Ah, thank you, Thomas. He's doing a story about us.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, thank you.
She wanted her mom to have her funeral, not the star Tina Turner's, opening to a show, coming in and taking over her mother's funeral. She wanted her.
Somehow we're supposed to equate this to this man who sawed up his girlfriend.
Her mother to have a proper funeral
Thomas.
with her family and her friends and be able to bereave the passing of her mother.
And in this
And she-
scenario, in case y'all don't know, Christopher Behal is Tina.
Yeah.
He's the star.
He's the star. And whatever his intent was, it's somehow equivalent to Tina Turner deciding to give her, let her mom have an appropriate funeral instead of hogging all the attention. Something tells me this is not the same. You're not the same.
No.
Her sister in a private setting chose then to do what they did, which was have their own private funeral.
I think the idea is that, the world misjudged her. They thought, what kind of a terrible woman is she because she didn't go to her mother's funeral. But you know what she didn't do? Kill her mother.
Right. Her mother probably died of natural causes because she was elderly. I don't know how her mom died. Rest in peace.
Yeah,
Both
I don't
of
know how she died either, but I don't believe Tina killed her. So, I mean, this is not the same.
And you're doing a very bad job of explaining what it is you're trying to say. Like, we can't even help you here.
No, I'm guessing at this point, desperately guessing. Not
Right,
even
Anna Marie.
good guessing. I'm just throwing shit out because I'm trying to understand what the hell you're saying.
Right.
And why? Really trying to get it.
Exactly, Nana L. She's trying to make this into a fairy tale when it's a nightmare. This is a nightmare.
Exactly. Yes, like somehow he's an unsung hero. He's been so misunderstood. No, he's a murderer. What the fuck?
Right. He's not the victim here that's trying to grieve.
Intent, right? Oh my God. Yeah, with her.
And she was hoping somebody would stand up and say, he finished her saying, yes.
Totally. We get it. Absolutely. Intent. Like he was so misjudged by the community. How dare they be upset that he murdered her?
Look at the woman sitting behind her, the court reporter. She's like, what the hell did I just type?
One of the state's requirements is to prove
Yes.
the intention of Mr. Behal. Intention is very difficult to prove.
I think it's pretty clear what his intention was. I'm sorry, ma'am. I don't know it's going to come as a complete shock to you, but it's not hard to guess what his intention was.
When the stab wounds got up in the 30s.
Right? I think it's pretty clear what his intention was.
Yeah.
Getting inside this mind of somebody.
Of this murderer.
Just like getting inside of the mind of Tina Turner. And
Nope, not the same. Nope, not the same. Not the same, ma'am.
And that's where you lost us.
Just like getting inside the mind of Tina Turner. She said that. Oh my God, I can't.
and why she would choose not to go to her mother's funeral.
Thank you so much, Cassandra, for the super chat. Thank
So
you.
that's supposed to be the same. Just, why she wouldn't go to her mother's funeral, just like this man. just because he murdered her, we don't know the intention yet. And it could be he could have had a really good reason. You don't know.
Right, Denise, Renee, what? It would be hard defending him, but to compare him with Tina Turner. Why don't you just compare her to Judas and him Jesus? Because that's usually what people do.
I hope Tina Turner's estate sues you.
I'm sorry, Tally. We're not laughing. I think, honestly, Tally, we're laughing with the court reporter. We're laughing at the defense attorney.
When I was a kid, there was these coloring books that we used to have, where you'd have a picture and it had numbers on it with dots. And if you drew according to the numbers, you would come up with the picture that the master designer, that is the person with the intent behind that picture, wanted you to create.
No,
Now, I was a follower and I followed.
That's called following directions. Yes, it's actually a very good skill to have. Maybe if your client had followed directions, somebody would be alive today.
As a matter of fact, the name of the book is Connect the Dots.
That's what I said that today.
They
actually have a name for it. It's called Connect the Dots. So you're following the instructions. It's actually kind of important.
It is, because you don't know what you can't color your picture unless you connect the dots correctly.
The whole point is to watch it turn into a picture. I was always so amazed by that. Like, look, it became a picture. That's the fun part. Now, if your niece wants to color her own picture, give her a blank piece of paper and let her enjoy herself.
Yes.
Maybe don't give her a dot to dot.
Man, that's what I said.
Or use your niece to talk about defending a murderer. I'm sure that's fine.
You probably should have let your niece do the opening statements. Probably what should have happened.
I'm sure her mom won't mind at all that you used her to talk about.
Her mom is like, why are you lying? And you better tell them you lied.
That's right. You better tell my daughter knows exactly what to do. She follows the directions, ma'am.
Is this the attorney that's wearing my great Aunt Cora's curtains?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yes.
Today? Yes, she wore them today.
Is that Jen in the chat? Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dots. But I have a niece of mine who doesn't, that she likes to create her own pictures with those dots and comes up with other things.
You're lying.
Yeah, no, she doesn't come up with that. She makes a mess out of it then. I think you need to get your niece assessed. She's able to count because that's not right.
They're numbered. That, honest to goodness, like I'm getting a little bit of anxiety thinking that her niece is going from 1 to 7 to 3.
And we're supposed to just call that being creative instead of actually be worried that maybe this child don't know how to count.
Unless your niece is 1, then that makes sense.
Sure, then she can do whatever she would probably. But again, maybe don't give her a dot-to-dot book.
I wouldn't.
Give her a blank sheet of paper and let her have at it.
Her niece hates her guts. She just dogs that kid. Right, you're right.
And she's out here telling her business. Her mom's going to be pissed.
Yeah, she's going to get made fun of at school probably already.
And it's very fascinating.
Yes, Carrie.
Oh, that's not fascinating. That's not fascinating, ma'am.
No.
That's a problem. If I were that kid's teacher, I'd be working extra on making sure she knew how to count.
Well, that kid got tested as soon as she got to school yesterday.
For sure. Of course. That's a huge skill, learning how to count and follow directions. Doesn't make anyone a follower.
Or they sat down and said, why'd your aunt lie about you on TV? And she's going to say, I don't know. My mama said don't say nothing.
You can't count. Apparently you don't know how to count. Did you hear that?
The thing.
She's doing that to protect the murderer, by the way. That's even better news.
The point about this is we're going to have points or moments in this trial. Each piece of evidence that you hear, each witness that you hear are points like that color by number, right? Not
color by number. God,
Connect the dots.
connect the dots, you dimwit.
color by number, but that connect the dots, connect 1, 2, 3, 4 that you come up with. And if you follow the dots of the master designer, you would get the intent of the person that you wanted.
Yes, if you follow, and that tracks here too. If you follow the truth, you will get to all the things that the dots connect. If you make up some shit, then you'll come up with some new scenario, and that's what we're hoping you'll do here.
He's some kind of hero.
I know, it's crazy. She's literally trying to talk them into making up any other scenario than he's a murderer. Anything else will be fine.
Now,
No wonder she's
thing
wearing
is
a mask and sunglasses now. No wonder.
I'm genuinely concerned about her. Like, was there no other person that could have done this opening? Did y'all draw the short straw? Like, what happened?
Yeah.
How did this happen? Who decided this? Who high-fived you this morning and said, yes, do
Right.
it? Tina
Your
Turner,
husband-
love
listen,
it.
If you gave this speech to your husband last night and he high-fived you, he hates you.
He don't like you. Yeah.
He doesn't.
Agreed.
But I bet you anything, he got on his knees and said, please don't give that one. Don't use the connect the dot one.
But there's like other attorneys sitting at the table. What are they thinking? Like, none of y'all could have done it. None of y'all could step up, huh? Y'all made her do this.
You know what you could have done, what the last case did, which they didn't even give an opening statement. They said, we're just going to wait.
Jesus.
master designer of this picture.
The master designer. Stop it.
They are going to put forth the dots in the places that they want to put them in.
Yeah, the truth, where they belong. Yeah.
They are not the master designer.
Oh, I see.
What we're asking you is to keep an open mind.
Put the dots wherever you like them. Maybe in the place where my client's not a murderer. That'd be great.
Keep an open mind to listen to all the evidence, all of the testimony that is presented in this courtroom, and only this courtroom, that's subject to the law, that's subject to cross-examination, direct examination by both counsel, or all four, I guess. And then, only then, go back into the jury room and deliberate. But consider what you hear. And don't let the state draw the picture for you. Draw the picture
Them.
yourself. You are the finders of fact. You are the ones that come up with the fact of what happened on March 14th, 2024.
Actually, you're supposed to lay out the prosecution
The
lays
state
out
must-
their facts, and you're supposed to lay out facts.
Or you're supposed to counter their facts, which you can't seem to figure out how to do because you're talking about Tina Turner instead of actually talking about this case,
Right.
which I
Good
find
work.
interesting. It's a very interesting method.
Now that I know that you can buy your, obviously you can just go online and get your degree and be an attorney. I may do that next month.
Can you? Because I'm curious. Is that what this woman did?
I think so.
I would love to know what school she graduated from and when. Like, does she need to retire? Is she done? Is she all done? Like,
Alan said her LinkedIn starts with, if at first you don't succeed, try again. Sums up my life. Same though.
oh, wow.
Must prove Mr. Behal guilty of murder in the first degree and domestic assault with intent to commit serious injury.
Yes. I would say 31 stab wounds is intent to commit serious injury. Yes, I would say yes.
But we're forgetting the bat. First the bat, then the screwdriver, then the knife. Yes.
Okay. So yes, even more. Even more so, yes.
Right, Cassandra?
Both of these require intent. As we
Yes.
talked about in jury selection, hold the state to their burden. Hold the state to their
So are you going to do anything during this trial, ma'am? Because it doesn't sound like you are. So far, I haven't seen much.
burden. But keep an open mind, as we also talked in jury selection. There are lesser included charges. There is more gray. Thank you.
And I have to say this, she looks absolutely exhausted.
I don't, and now I'm feeling guilt. I'm having the guilt, y'all. I'm having the guilt now because here I am laughing at this woman. I don't know. Maybe she's ill. I don't know. She's over here with her dark glasses and her ninja mask. I don't know why. It's really bizarre to me, and I can't tell if she's just not well, or what. I don't understand. I don't get this strategy. Tina Turner? What is happening?
Oh, really, Teach? I'm a hop, skip, and a jump away. Really? What do you think? What about this weather that's going on up here where you live? I may blow away tonight.
Yeah. Randy so far is not impressed with Iowa.
Well, because it snowed today, but hopefully tomorrow it's going to get better.
They lied to her. They promised her no snow.
They did.
And then right out the gate, there's the snow. That was uncalled for. They didn't need to be liars.
Okay, message me. I'm not staying in the best of areas, and I will say that an attorney told me today to make sure that I keep my doors locked. But other than that, I'm all right.
Oh my gosh, that's scary.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a little
No,
scary.
I take that back. It wasn't an attorney. It was a security guard or a bailiff or whatever.
Yeah.
You're in Illinois. Well, that's I stayed in Illinois my first night because I mean it's just like right here.
Yeah.
But yeah, message me. Davenport is rough. Girl, well, please don't tell me that.
I know it really is. There's something to say, even though this is not not a good strategy, probably, but there is something to say for being, not aware, I guess, of how much danger you're in, where the bad areas are, to just be in this new area.
Yeah, I kind of had a feeling when the person next door watched me carry all my stuff in through the window and he just sat there and I was like,
Like, the new neighbor's weird.
Yeah. But I'm not here alone because I can hear the person that lives here walking around upstairs.
Does
So
he know that that's an Airbnb?
I don't know. I didn't go ask him.
No, but he probably does know that that's an Airbnb, which means he does that to everybody.
Yeah,
How
because his
creepy
curtains
is
are
that?
wide open. Guess whose curtains aren't wide open? Mine.
Creepy ass neighbor is gonna watch you bring your shit in. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and I guarantee you, because I started getting embarrassed because I was like, how much did I bring? Too much. Again.
Yeah, too much because this guy watched you bring all of it. That's funny.
Okay, well, I guess
Well,
that's all we got for today.
That's all we got for today.
Thank you for the super chats. If you would like to help with the trip, the PayPal is there. Greatly appreciated. If I fly away, I will yell as I go by so you can say hi.
Right. I mean, let me know. So we know where to start looking for you.
She said, you gonna offer to help? Lacey, I was afraid he would say yes.
Right? What if he said yes? Then what? Then you're going to be on the news.
Right. All right, y'all. Tomorrow is a big day, so try to be wherever Randy goes next. I predict a natural. You better believe it. Knitting. I haven't been anywhere yet that something crazy ain't happened.
Right. I know. I'm starting to think it's like a thing.
I don't think
Did you guys lose me?
no, you're still here, but I don't see our pictures in there.
Yeah, same. Maybe the wind is knocking us out. All right, well, say goodnight. Let's go.
Y'all have a good night, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Love y'all.
Bye,
Bye.
guys. See you tomorrow.